This is great.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel where I try to cook Korean food for my wife. At least mostly Korean food, sometimes we throw a different dish in there. Today we are cooking Jjimdak, a Korean braised chicken. This is an absolutely delicious meal which was one of my favorites while I was in Korea. Anyway, enough chit chat. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, whatever, any of that good stuff, and let's do this. Alright, the first thing we're going to do here is take these sweet potato noodles and soak them in water for about 30 minutes. This will help to soften them up nicely, and it will make the cooking time a little bit shorter as well. Now my bowl is a little bit small, but that is okay. Next up we got chicken drumsticks. We're going to blanch these for about 1 minute, and right after we will give them a good rinse to clean them up nicely. After this we're going to make the sauce. So first we'll start with 5 tablespoons of soy sauce, half a teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of garlic. You can never have enough garlic. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 3 dried chilies, and then we're going to take the green part of the green onion and the white part of the green onion. Now the white part of the green onion is going to go into the sauce, and the green part we're going to chop it up finely, and we will use it as one of the garnishes at the end. So save this for later. There we go. Next up we're going to need a little bit of ginger. Now for me, I like ginger a lot, so I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon, or maybe a little bit more, but you can use less, it's up to you. So we just want to make sure we mince this, or well, roughly chop it, it's okay. And we'll add 1 cup of water to this as well. Make sure we give it a quick little stir. And we can set this aside. It's all ready to go. Now we have to prep the veggies. We're going to take 2 potatoes. Obviously we need to wash them and peel them. Now you can slice them or you can dice them. It doesn't really matter as long as there's big chunks of potato in here. Also, we're going to prep 1 onion, and once again we're going for the big chunks here. Next we'll peel half a carrot and we will chop it up into big chunks again. Now this one's optional. I really like shiitake mushrooms and they go extremely well in this dish, so I do recommend it. These are just rehydrated mushrooms. Now also, one thing I didn't show in the video is I use Woodear mushrooms as well. If you don't have them, just leave them out, don't worry about it. So what we're going to do next is color up these chickens a little bit. So we just want to have a little bit of a golden color on the outside, it doesn't have to be too much. There we go. Alright, next we will add the sauce to this. And after that gets to a boil, we're going to add the potatoes, the carrots, and the onions. Try to get everything submerged into the sauce, that way it can soak into the vegetables. And we're going to let that cook until the potatoes are soft. After the potatoes have softened, we will open it up. We're going to add the mushrooms. So here you see the Woodear mushrooms that I didn't tell you about earlier. And give it a bit of a stir, make sure everything is covered once again. And this is when we also add the noodles. Now I added a little bit of water and some sugar here, but actually I think I added a bit too much water. So leave out the water if you can and just sprinkle in a bit of sugar and give it another stir. And finally we top it off with some sesame oil, about half a tablespoon. And there you have it. It's actually pretty simple, this meal. The only thing that I struggled with for this meal is to get it as dark as they do in the restaurants. Now I've heard if you add a special caramel sauce, it will darken it up. I've even heard that you can use the sauce for Jjimdak, the dark sauce, and it will make it a little bit darker as well. So finally, we're gonna top it off with a bunch of green onions and some sesame seeds. And this is the way that I like to eat Jjimdak. It may not be perfect, but it's definitely delicious. And I'm also going to really try and improve on this recipe as time goes on, but it's definitely worth making. Let's see what the wife thinks.
One thing is, it is not as dark as the one in the restaurant, but I believe it's way higher quality. It's McLeod. To be honest, even in the restaurant, in this entire thing, this noodle is my favorite. So that's why I tasted noodle first. I can taste the mushroom very well, which is great. Not as salty as restaurant. So I think you can use a little bit more of soy sauce. That would make it a little bit saltier and a little bit darker. But I do love the healthy taste. Having this kind of mushroom in the meal, immediately making it look like very expensive Korean meal. This one is basically meat. Really. This is great. And I love that this meal is entire chicken legs. It's just so much better. I miss Jjimdak so much. Thank you for making it.